Well, hello, sports fans. Larry Eder, RunBlogRun. This is the epilogue of Athletics Chat number 85. Poor Stuart is now back home in Oxford. You know, he time travels to visit me. And I'm in Fort Atkinson. And our production manager, Mike Deering, is in Indy. And this is the end of our day. So we're trying to finish this up. And so a lot of fun stuff this week. Istaf Berlin, Mondo Duplantis, 6:03. He had already gone 6:02 in Karlsruhe, so he's been setting a meet record for 2 meets in a row. Malaika Mahambo ran the 60 and the long jump. Marcel Jacobs, the 2021 Olympic gold medalist at the 100 meters, as well as the 4x1. His Instagram is Crazy Long Jumper, I think. He is a character, and he ran a great race. PB set two leaders in two European leaders at the 60 in the heats and the final. But Istaf normally has 12,500 folks, and this time they had to settle for 1,500 because of COVID restrictions. They also had our friend Mondo's busy. We've been talking about Mondo Duplantis starting off the season. He's now had 27 clearances of 6 meters. He did his first in 2018. He did 2 in 2019, 10 in 2020, and 12 in 2021. And he's already got two in 2022. He just picked up a new sponsorship with the shirt company Eton, E-T-O-N. In their 110 years in existence, they've never had an ambassador. And the good-looking Swedish-American, he is now their spokesperson. Check it out on Instagram. It's kind of cool. Our friend Elliot Giles moved up from the 800 to the 1,500 at the Czech Indoor Gala and ran a 3:35 European leader, and pretty impressive, you know, for a guy who's running 1:44 like that. Laura Muir got hurt her back while training in South Africa, so she wasn't able to do the DNA meet in Glasgow this last weekend. Our friend Stuart went there, and you'll be seeing the stories on RunBlogRun. His biggest things were the meet has a lot of potential, but you need to have star athletes, and you need to be a little better organized. Really no presser. There just wasn't a lot to support the media who tramped up to lovely Glasgow. And I know everybody wants to go to Glasgow, but you know, in the middle of the winter for a track meet, you need to have some things there. And there were a couple top athletes that we heard that were not allowed to run at the DNA event because of the clothing sponsor. And that's disappointing too. Puma has announced they're sponsoring the American Track League, which is a series of meets put on by Paul Doyle. They will guarantee the television, help upgrade the quality of the entertainment value, put in some top athletes. I think that's fantastic. Our friends at On Running are sponsoring the iconic Penn Relays now, which I believe it's in its 125th year, and that should be pretty cool as well. On has really been doing some big things in North America, and so are our friends at Puma. Still, the majority of things are done by the folks at Nike and Adidas, but New Balance plays a huge role. Brooks plays a huge role. Hoka, USA is picking up athletes and events. They picked up the Frankfurt Marathon a few weeks ago. So you're seeing things change, and then, you know, some things are not changing. A fun fact, 60,000 races in North America in 2019, 18% of them are not around anymore 2 years later, post-pandemic. Is it all pandemic? I think some of it is. I also think entertainment value, quality of events. There are so many events that runners can pick and choose, and you're not going to spend your $100 on a crappy T-shirt and a poor post party. So I know, believe it or not, some people don't run for PBs. Some people run just to participate. Totally cool. And that's what the majority do. But you better have a good event if you want people to spend inordinate amount of money on going out and running. Let's see what else we're going to talk about today. It is an interesting weekend. The American Track League will begin this coming weekend on ESPN. Curious to see how that goes. The conference meets for the NCAA are about 2 weeks away. And then you have the NCAA in March. You have the New Balance Indoor in March and the Nike Indoor in March. There will be a battle for the hearts and minds and souls of high school athletes. The NSAF, which put on the original indoor championships, originally had Adidas. Then they picked up Nike. Then they picked up New Balance. Then New Balance and them parted ways. And now they've got Nike back. So that'll be interesting to see. And New Balance is doing championships on their own. So we're going to see how things go. Will it get crazy? I always think that more is better. However, too many big elite meets can hurt young kids too. We've got a great thing going in the U.S. right now with our young elites coming up from every distance. And I want to see that continue. I don't want them overtrained and overcoached and overcompeted. So let's think about that for right now. You can't have too much of a good thing, but stay safe. Thank you for listening to the Epilogue. Thank you for listening and viewing Athletics Chat 85. Thanks to Mike Deering, our production manager. Thanks to Stuart Weir for putting up with me. I'm Larry Eater. Stay safe. And until next week, get your walks and runs in, wear a mask inside, and hydrate.